Okay, good morning. Get this thing off of my. Okay, checked for news this morning. Nothing this morning. Tomorrow's GDP and unemployment. I have class tomorrow, so I won't be here. Market looking. We broke yesterday's high in pre-market. Currently a failed 2 up. SPY's green, Q's not green. Just getting my bearings here. Okay. Go ahead and look at. Get down to my day trading time frames here. Get rid of that. So coming back into our opening range on Qs. Most things looking like a little bit of a retrace, possibly to go towards the low of the opening range. KMI trim at 1.5 if I can get it. I can't get that. I'm going to go for 1.48. Not going to get too greedy. Got it. That is 83%, something like that. KMI 417. That was the 28 calls. 1.48. 83%. Fire. All right, those are working out. Intel, I guess I can just take a look here. Intel's still stuck between that trigger and stop loss. It's something that was moving and is now taking a little bit of a consolidation break. This needs to get to 30 before April 17th, which is just outside. Like, if it breaks out, it's going to go to 30. But if it doesn't break out, it's not going. It's obviously going to probably expire worthless. This is down 82% for me, mostly from this little gap on Wednesday of last week. And then I had my stop loss down at 23, never hit. Stop loss now moved up 23.50, still hasn't hit. So this is one that I'm just kind of stuck in where the TA doesn't necessarily tell me one way or the other. Like if this were screaming bearish me, I would obviously get out. But this is inside bar on the week. Maybe I'm just a little bias blind, but doesn't scream bearish to me. KMI is great. This is a 28 call. So already $1 in the money with a month left to go. Just holding runners. Bank of America is sitting at 155%. I actually should trim this. $1.17. Or even move down and out. These are the 44 calls, so 30 cents from in the money, targeting 47. PCG is down 35%. I am in the 18 calls, so only 78 cents away. We've actually triggered 212 up, month's green, quarter and year are red, but the month is really the big piece here. So kind of tricky. This is something I might just throw a little extra coin at and get a little better average, especially with it triggering 322, monthly, 22, daily 212. Contracts are only 28 cents and they're sitting at 18. So, it's actually not that far away, although the percentage is. So a little tricky. Oxy's almost in the money. I got the 50 calls for April 11th. And obviously these are at 49.93. And full time frame continuity is flipping. Quarter and year are almost there. Let me see exactly where I need to be. Yeah, 50.10 is where it'll flip for the quarter. And for the year, I would guess it's the same thing. Yep. So once those are flipped, then this is also going to be one of those that I just hold pretty darn near to expiration, or I roll down and out with profits if I still believe in it, or if it's retriggering for higher time frames. Let's take a peek at Walmart. Walmart's a 212 down on the week and is inside today, but pretty darn close to that weekly trigger actually. So tempted to take Walmart swing shorts. Other than that, not a whole lot of things going on. Does anybody have any tickers they were eyeing? I will say, I don't know if the people are in here today, but if your reason for wanting to go one direction is you feel that we've gone one direction for too long, for example, if my reason for wanting to go short on Walmart is because we've been going long for so long that I feel there's no way Walmart should still be going short or still be going long, it can go long for a long time. 1 second. About to hit TP on an overnighter. Maybe I just jinxed myself. Okay. I think I did. Anyway. Yeah, it is. If your reason for wanting to go short, I can't remember what ticker we were looking at the other day. Maybe it was Master. No, this one's not that bad. VRT, maybe it was. I don't even remember. No, it's not that either. Anyway, you get the point. The market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent, right? I didn't create that saying, but it's very true. So if your reason for wanting to go short is, well, we just have to sell at some point, wrong. We don't have to sell at some point. So anyway, Meta through the 2 up, 2 down lens. Let's see. On the daily, I assume you're looking at there, Surf. Nice, hit TP. Let's go. Lock out of that account. Wait, what? 3 minute. but daily works too. Well, let me give you the whole shebang. Let me look at what the market's doing real quick so I'm not missing any trades here. First off, the key here is we don't put too much weight in lower time frame signals. The lower the time frame, the less weight it has, right? Rule of thumb. So a 30-second 2-2 rev is not nearly as good as a monthly 2-2 rev, and that goes all down the board. But for the sake of looking, you're probably looking here, field 2 up, 2 down at 939. First of all, we don't typically want to trade inside of the opening range. So I'd still be looking bearish, but yeah, that would be a valid strat signal as long as full time frame were short. But yeah, like I said, yeah, less weight on lower time frame for sure. Yeah, just look at like this top left part. I have these time frames. These are the ones I use. I don't really use the 30-minute to be honest, but or the 4-hour much. So I'm going to take those off. 4 hours is good to have or know about, but I don't use it to trade. So yeah, like 30-second, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15. 3 is just to have a different candle closing. I could even take that off. I know some traders like Jason uses it. And I think the rationale is that it's a different time candle close than the 5 minute. And so for those who have maybe not been trading for the longest amount of time, what you'll see is on every 5 minute, that last 30 seconds or so, maybe even the full 1 minute candle is completely way more volatile than the previous 4 minutes in that 5 minute candle. And so what that does is it kind of fakes traders out. Either it'll wick your stop loss or what have you. And so the reason for the 3 minute is just so you can kind of see through a different lens. 15 minute is kind of the lowest I'll go for strat signals for like intraday. For, you know, by themselves. So like if I'm looking at Apple on a 15-minute intraday, this is the lowest I'll go when looking at swings. And I think Jason's the same way there. Sorry, I need to get this full time frame a little bigger down in the corner. Got to hit my wizard template. So yeah, 15 is the lowest I'll go. Hour is kind of that sweet spot. Tricky part with the hour is that the market obviously starts at 9:30, so that your first hour candle is kind of wonky because like I guess it's closing from the pre-market candle right now. And then the next hour is 10 to 11, but this candle that's showing in pre-market is actually during the day. Oh boy. What is this? Why are my NFP levels showing up there? Boom, boom, boom. Save as default. Over here, save. Hide from me. So actually a little clearer view right now between Qs and NQ is QQQ, because you can see QQQ we are a inside bar day, but on NQ we are a 2 up down. What did I just say? Failed 2 up. So I definitely think we're looking for yesterday's lows, which is kind of where we're at almost. Last one, can we look at BMY and what's the stop loss for that swing? Yeah, the stop loss you can see on my chart I shared after that actually. Hopefully it's not. Oh, it is almost there. Shoot. Dang, that hit a 3-bar yesterday like nobody's business. It's about to hit a 3-bar on the week too. So what I'll sometimes do with if it's a 3-bar stop loss is I'll hold to a candle close under my stop loss. The reason is I don't want to get wicked out, right? We had that little soapbox moment for me yesterday where the market goes from liquidity to liquidity, and I don't want to be the liquidity that they take here to then go up and hit all my price targets. Now that is a slippery slope, especially for newer traders. You don't want to just keep moving your stop loss because, quote, I don't want to be liquidity. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is wait for a candle close. Now, if your candle is a news candle, then close that freaking trade. If it's not a news candle, then hold it until the candle closes below your stop loss, because that means that that level was held by whoever, the bears or the bulls. In this case, it would be the bears. So if it does come and hit, I'll put a little alert here. But if it does come and go outside, then I'll start watching this thing like a hawk all day. And if it closes by the end of the day below, then I'll close at the end of the day for whatever the loss would be. I think it was like 30% yesterday, so it's down probably 40, 50% right now. But you know what else was down 40, 50%? Was KMI and Oxy. Definitely Oxy. I don't know if KMI was down that bad, but Oxy for sure was. And that's where you just got to trade the chart, not your P&L. But yeah, you don't have to make that your last thing there. If no one else is asking questions and you got them, then let them flow. If I can't answer because I'm looking at trades, then I just won't answer, and you'll understand that, and we'll be good. So if you have questions, please don't refrain from asking. 48%, but that's a good call. I appreciate the explanation. Yeah. Yeah, Intel is just Intel's going down now. I probably will close this. It's going down so far, but I haven't lost a single penny. That's how down bad it is. QQQ below prior day low. Must have just hit. Yeah. So West Coast Brando, what's our target? Good question. I'll give you a hint. It's on the chart. It's one of these several lines coming down. Oh man, I got to start getting into options. Not into options, but buying some. And if P level, not quite. So it's going to be this weekly high, which we have broken. So this is I talked about it yesterday as well. This weekly high isn't going to be something that we probably, it might, but it's probably not going to be something that we wick to and stop there, right? Because we've already blown through it on the weekly chart. Oh my gosh, what isn't it? I should have held those overnights. Not really. That's a bad mindset to have. Don't say what I just said. Anyway, so this weekly high is going to be already ran through, so the liquidity's gone from there. But what this weekly high was prior support or resistance. So when we get here, we can expect that this is going to have some sort of reaction. And the reason we trim at these levels is because if it has a reaction once, it might have it again. And if it has it again, that's where I want to trim. That might be the top, or in this case, the bottom. So we always go from liquidity to liquidity. So if you're ever wondering what our next price target would be, number one, it's going to be prior day low. If we already hit that, then you can just look at the daily chart and go next candle over, next candle over, next candle over. In this case, it's going to be that weekly high, which almost coincides with that daily low, right, from 2 days ago. And for this daily low at 484.40, this one I would expect to have an immediate reaction. At least whether it's a 30-second reaction or whether it's a hourly rejection, I expect something to happen here. Because this is prior liquidity that hasn't been filled. And then we get into this zone of a fair value gap up, where you could even expand this further and say this was the gap up. But it's definitely at least here. So yes, if we start taking out these levels, it's hunting season. I don't really want to even see it on the 15, but here we are. Kind of waiting to see what this reaction is on SPY. And I'll take a SPY short if we hold under. If this goes 2 down, I'll be looking at SPY puts. West Coast Brando, do you add the weekly low each day when you do the charts, or just know to check when it breaks the prior daily? No, there are indicators that do that for you. This one is just for us. I'll share it to you directly. But then it looks like this. Not that. It looks like this. And then it marks out daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly high. So we're actually going to see a quarterly. I don't understand how the quarter looks that tight. It's saying that, yeah, this is wrong. This is quarterly low. I don't know what the other blue line is. This one. Yeah, it's looking a little weird to me. But this indicator that we have marks out HW, which is high week. For me, that's yellow. And then, as you can see, like on this Apple chart right next to it, it shows HD, which is high of yesterday. But let me get that for you. I think it's in here. It is not. It is in here. Getting the Apple 220 puts, 0.80. Let's see what I got filled out here. Also getting Tesla puts. Those are going to be 260s. Might be too far out. 265s. Just waiting for Tesla to go back red, and then I'll get it. Okay. I'll at least get Apple out there. .78 was the fill. Nancy's favorite said taking NVIDIA along here. More power to you. Could be flipping. Do, do, do. What's going on here? Getting Tesla 265s, 2.34. 2.65 trim already. Tesla's still going short. Sitting at my trim currently. Apple just needs to follow suit here. Tesla 2.85, 20% plus. Oops, that's a trim. Apple up 5%. Might look at pharmaceuticals, swing short. Okay. Looking a little bouncy here. Probably going to take off Apple. Just look like this, where I said, 10, 20 minutes ago that I wanted to see what SPY does at low of day before I start shorting SPY. This is why we're sitting on low of day and we're not quite getting under it. Sorry, low of yesterday. I'm going to pull stops up to balance on Apple. Tesla have a little bit of profit to work with, but sitting 18 cents away from entry. Not going to let that go red for sure. If this does get bouncy, I'm probably going to take it on futures only. Take a long. Just because it is it would be low risk, high reward. I could do it on options as well, but I generally wait for trend for options. Futures, I'm willing to be in and out in like a couple minutes, but a little more expensive to do that with options. Just slow, whoa, slow grinding down right now. It's at 2.85 still on Tessie. Apple sitting just under 10%. Yeah, I'm thinking this is bouncy. Gonna limit 0.87 on Apple. Just see if I can get 10% before this bounces. It's either going to fill or I'm going to get out. Break even. Tessie breaking down again. Man, Apple just refuses to give in. That's what's holding the rest of them up. Probably going to hold Tesla to the new level here. At least pretty darn close to it. 271. Apple's still just refusing to give in. Going short NQ 75. Oh, it's already going. I'll throw 50 on it. All right, I lied. Tesla 3.40. Apple 0.92. See, yep, limit hit on half R for NQ. Stop loss up. Guessing I got stopped at Apple. Yep. At Apple, still in Tesla for now. I'll probably trail out of this. I get stopped on NQ. Not yet. Barely missed my 1R trim by 4 points. No one's bitter or anything, but I am. All right. Good morning. Good trading morning. All right. Tesla's got about 50 cents. It crosses this here. Closing NQ. Almost tempted to take a long NQ. Gonna wait for a 5-minute trigger, but tempted. All right, out Tesla. Out Tesla. What did I say I was going to short? Oh, pharmaceuticals. XRP. Nope. What was it? Pharmaceuticals. XPH. Almost an outside week already. Full time frame would go short. This is actually going to be probably tomorrow. I need Siri to remind me. So glad I'm learning to use stops. Oh, yeah. If you ever get me on my soapbox about risk management, you'll understand the growing pains I've gone through to what I teach. You do not make, when you're profitable, when you find a profitable system, you do not make your money from trading that profitable system perfectly every time. You make your money by perfectly managing your risk. Everybody wants to find that secret strategy. Let me tell you something. If you have a strategy that works 99% of the time, but your one time you lose, you blow the account, you have a 99% win rate and a blown account. Risk management is everything.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Which way are we gonna go?
Probably back into the range.
I mean, that would be wild.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to actually go back to the range, but I think we at least are going to go touch yesterday's lows.
We just breached and retested on SPY. I got SPY puts that I kind of just chased into. I don't know if I want to add them or not, though.
Yeah,
It's gonna be choppy.
I took Apple and Tesla puts and Q short.
Yeah, I'm about to close out. I took the Tesla puts. I'm about to close out on the balance, though, if it goes any higher. I'm
Yeah.
already in runners. I did take Nvidia long early, and I had 114.50. I had on that session gap, and it looked like it was going to bounce a little bit, and then it failed. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know that I want it. I think it'll probably go. I just don't know if I need to get it right now. Might be something that I could wait for to the close. Tessie, what do you have on Tessie? I have like 271.29, yesterday's low.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was targeting. I trailed out of them.
Yeah, I have runners. 270. So and then 266 if it breaches. But yeah, it looks like they're trying to come back a little bit. How wild would this be to take a Tessie 300 call on a reversal all the way back up to the highs? Actually looking at it. There's 75 bucks right now. Inflow's coming in a little bit stronger here. Makes that a nice little pop of pulling back. AMDZ back to 111. I might take this, dude. Is this a retest of that broken downtrend yet? Is it coming in? I gotta see. Very close. Oh no, that's 108s. 108s. If I see 108s on AMD hold, 108 to 10, just under 106s. I might. I know you're in this already. I think you're in this already. I
I'm
might
not.
play.
I'm not an AMD.
Well, you bought the stock.
Yeah, yeah. That I'll hold for probably 40 years. Not really, but maybe.
Do you still have the old
No.
$69.69 entry?
No, I averaged up. I should have just left it there and then bought in
Yeah.
like another brokerage or something.
Yeah. That'd be too funny. The 114.50 Nvidia was prior week low. It's bouncing, but the bounce is not really convincing. The boy doesn't seem to care for it. Or I don't know if he's saying he doesn't like it or if he's saying I'm being dumb and just go for it. One of the two. Was that an NFP level on Qs? Qs looks like reversal to 490s. That's the 20-day also for Confluence. Desi's close. I know. Watch this. Desi 300.
Pretty good risk to reward, to be
Okay, maybe
honest,
four.
though.
YOLO. Ah! YOLO means means lunch money.
How nice of a lunch are we talking? Like McDonald's dollar menu or Michelin?
$50 usually. Look, I'm green. Oh, I bought a group lunch. I really kind of I want to take Google too. Upside, I might have to wait till later. Let me check on my fucking airlines. They're looking lame. They're holding. Not convincing. Still happy with the shots. Not gonna close that. We're right on it. But this is stops. Micro, soft, 393. What's Amazon doing? 202s. No love on Amazon. You said you were looking at Apple?
I was in Apple short. Not anymore, though.
Apple got smacked at the 20-day, but it's not actually getting shellacked. That is a toughie. Still like the Googs. Still in my spoo shorts. Taking out on those now. Wants to just hover. It's stuck. Downside spot was 570, and I had those 570s are at 25 cents. So I'm gonna add it. Here, yeah, adding. we just went positive on net volume. We're just flipping on it. Microsoft holding prior week low or prior day low, prior week high, but not over pre-market levels or orb. Chop chop.
All right. Whoa. All out Intel. Just saw the alert come through of the stop loss, which is prior or current week low, I think. No, prior week low.
What's the price?
What?
Intel.
Intel 2350. It's a 2-2 rev, so puts are definitely. I'm not going to trade it because I think that'd be revenge trading, but puts would definitely be valid here. You look at these other guys.
Dude, Microsoft is pretty strong right now.
Oxy 1.3
I own that one.
for 61%.
Oh, I own the equity. Probably boring. iDevs 207s. We've had half of the move I was looking for so far. Does that mean that we chop, pull back, and then do the next half, or is it just done? I don't think we're done. I know. Yeah, Apple, Microsoft, absolutely holding in there. Amazon, Amazon and Google both coming up into support. So I'm like, this is probably the viable dip for the next move. But does it go further today? Probably. bitch. Look at this bounce. That's what I said, dude. Where's Maxie? Do you have babysitters, dude?
My wife stays up. That's why I get off at 11 because she just stays up with him and watches him till 11. Then she goes to sleep.
Huh?
Yeah, I've always been done at 11, not because of the baby, but that's just when I get done.
What
So
do you mean?
she just watches him until then.
Oh, she's not working.
What? Right? Yeah, she works nights.
Oh, that's why I was like,
She's
what?
she's a night nurse.
Oh, look at this chop. It's about to be a long. Almost.
It reclaims yesterday's lows.
It's gonna be a long if that happens. I was a higher low just now.
Yeah.
I'm fucking about to close this hedgy on the SPY puts. Love to do it, but it's also exactly where I would still want to take it
Yeah.
if it was going to fail. So it's too early to close it. Nvidia definite higher low. So this is chop setup so far. Higher lows across the board. Tessie 300 YOLOs for the win. But if not, go cry in a corner because don't put that much into it. Nvidia higher low coming in for a break. Now that's looking better. Those 118 calls sitting at 73. About to close out this SPY put. Boom. Done and done. Shorts closed. Okay, so let's see what we got. Drum roll, please. What's the favorite upside? It's still Tessie. It's Tessie and it's Nvidia. If it goes, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Where are we going? It's right there. Just
What are
give it a
your
little bit
Tesla
of
longs at?
94,
From what?
80.
Oh, nice, like 20% already.
97 now. All right, breaking structure, very small intraday. Nvidia here off that 114.50. Just barely over prior day low on SPY. Not necessarily good enough to hold. So no confirmation on nothing, nowhere. It's all speculative. I want to see Staples just get shellacked at 79.55 on XLP. They're not doing it yet. Microsoft touching pre-market lows. That could be a goodie. Nobody pays attention to this one. Really. I'm going to watch 397.50 calls. This is triggering. Give me a pullback, higher low. Got to stay over that pre-market. just holding up there. Nvidia lock another higher low. Then we'll go again. Would be the same contracts on Nvidia for me. 118s. This might be it. 397.50s. That's like $5 out of the money. It's a lot, huh? 395 is a little bit expensive. Those are 235. I'm just gonna go. Stop was gonna be 393 on Microsoft. All right, taking this Nvidia again. Also 118 call. If these fail on me, I'm just calling it. $76 on that 118 for Nvidia. Oh, look at Microsoft bouncy. Okay. Okay. Googs, I still like. 170s are cheap on the Googs. It's kind of why I just went for it, but maybe I can get back in. I got 3 though. I went Microsoft instead of Googs. Googs is 79 right now. But Googs is not over prior day low. Microsoft had retested, held, and is back over. Or VWAP pre-markets, or at least it's chilling on it. Don't fucking do me like that. Booze with the Microsoft going. And to take a trip on Microsoft 394.80s. There's a little bit of a retesting trend there. What is that? Off. Is over the 20. This could be good entry on Microsoft longer term. All right. Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Why can't it ever just be easy? Why does it always have to be like, oh? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, yesterday was. Did you trade in the morning yesterday?
Uh, no, I saw you send something. What was I doing in the morning? I had swings.
Yeah,
So I was just kind of monitoring that. I think yesterday was a trendy day.
not in the
Definitely
morning
for
at least. Not for me. It
no.
it was
Oh,
it
you're right. It
it
came
was
down and then it
disgusting.
reversed.
Yeah, it just came down, reversed, didn't hold above pre-market highs, reversed,
Yeah.
and sat flat.
So quite frankly, I'm kind of looking for something similar, which means that Tessie yesterday was exactly this kind of knife out in the morning,
Yeah.
and then grind to squeeze higher at the close. Hence my 300 calls. But uh, we're not really there yet. But I do think that playbook, when we're trendy like this, this is it's more like swing trendy, open long at the close, close at the open kind of thing, and then you could probably day trade downside and then swing long at the close again. I think kind of basing here. No breaks though, really. Not really. yeah. And 575 calls for SPY. I think you could do that easy. Easy 575 calls on SPY. If we hold this. Base, now show me the breakover. Give it to me.
KK, I just saw your message. How much capital do you think is needed to trade full time? Number one, you need to save up. This is personal, obviously. If I were to do it again, because I can't give you any financial advice, if I were to do it again, save up a year's worth of income, or sorry, expenses
47,
or income.
48.
Show a year of profitability, which is obviously the year of income as well, or whatever. Yeah, it probably should be income, assuming you make more money than you spend on bills, which most people should. So it should be a year of income
120 tick.
or expensive, whichever is higher, and then a year of profitability. Trading full time is not for the weak. You will make probably more money trading it part time because you don't care as much. You're doing this for a side gig, and any money extra is good, and you're not emotionally attached to your trades. That first couple months of going full time for me was a rough start, but it's possible. Obviously, I got over it, but definitely not the most fun. Wait, what? Oh, you can hear me. My mic's on. Make sure your volume's up. Alrighty, paper. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
All right.